For 2021, Ford plans to remake the F-150 with a pretty ambitious plan. A plan to deliver more maximum towing, payload, torque, and horsepower than any other full-size light-duty pickup truck. With this ambitious goal in mind, let's take a look at the new 2021 F-150 to see if it can possibly live up to the hype that's been set forward by Ford. In Ford's very own words, the new F-150 is purpose-built to be the toughest and most productive F-150, while also being targeted to be the most powerful on the market. So given a statement like that, what better way to evaluate the F-150 than to see if it can live up to these very expectations set by Ford? This new generation is built upon a powerful platform which is similar to the previous generation. It is a full-box, high-strength steel frame with a high-strength aluminum body. We all know in the past the aluminum body has taken some flack in the truck community for being weaker than previous generations, but is certainly much lighter and does have a trade-off of much better efficiency. So as a surprise to no one, Ford is continuing with the aluminum body design, which is no different than the rest of the industry at this point. Ford has been spending a lot of time making the exterior look a bit more rugged. This can be seen in the redesign of the exterior with wraparound bumpers, higher front fenders, a lower midsection, and larger diameter rear tires. There's also a revised headlight and taillight design, as well as a new dome hood. All of this really adds to the more muscular design of the F-150, and overall I think it looks pretty pleasing to the eye, but I know that's just my opinion, so let me know down in the comments what you think of the new redesigned exterior. Perhaps even more important is that these exterior revisions actually go beyond just appearance. On this new generation, they actually really focus on aerodynamics. To accomplish this, Ford has included new active grille shutters and automatically deploying active air dam, as well as new cab and tailgate geometry, all of which work together to reduce drag and improve fuel economy actually pretty drastically. Contrasting the so-called tougher exterior is the interior, which is really elevated and refined in the new generation. The F-150 introduces an all-new 12-inch center touchscreen, which is standard on the XLT and above trims. This screen features Ford's new Sync 4 system, which actually allows the driver to split up the screen and control multiple functions simultaneously. For lack of a better example, this kind of reminds me of a large Tesla screen, or something offered on some German cars like BMW, for example. Thankfully, the screen is oriented in a landscape fashion, which I am a big fan of personally. I really don't like the new screen which can be had in a portrait orientation in the new Ford Explorers. Ford is also offering a new 12-inch digital gauge cluster, which really helps to modernize the interior and pairs very nicely with the new touchscreen system. As a new piece of marketing, Ford is also hopping on the trend of really trying to make pickup trucks a mobile office. To do this, they redesigned the interior a bit to really focus on creating a working environment with an optional work surface that can fold down, which Ford says is ideal for signing documents in their ideal use case. But this is also a great place to place a laptop with a screen size of up to 15 inches while having plenty of room. Obviously, from Ford's promotional materials, I see this being a benefit to contractors and people in the construction field primarily, as that's something I can relate to. And I can see the benefit of having one of these on site, and I can see how these could also become nice fleet vehicles for construction companies. Having the ability to have a large fold-down area when you're traveling between sites or while you're on the site and away from the job trailer, that could be a good benefit to many customers. Of course, you can also pair this with Ford's mobile hotspot system as a way to get internet on the go, which is another step of creating this so-called mobile office idea. Moving back outside the F-150, let's talk a little bit more about how this new generation helps you be more productive. Besides being a mobile office, there is another feature on the exterior, which is new tie-down points in the bed, which I understand this is not the most exciting and glamorous detail to hit on, but it's actually really helpful and a nice change, as it really focuses on helping you be able to tie down larger or unconventional sized objects. Interestingly, the tailgate also features a flat working surface with integrated rulers, mobile device holder, cup holder, and a pencil holder, which is actually a really neat idea, and I'd like to see this catch on in more trucks. One other area of focus on the exterior was in lighting, not just in the headlights and taillights, but actually lighting around the entire vehicle. Ford is offering an available package called Zone Lighting. This allows the occupant to turn on and off individual sections of exterior lights, all working through the new touchscreen running Sync 4 or remotely on their cell phone. So as you can see in this footage, it really does actually a pretty good job of lighting up the surrounding area around the truck without having to add any aftermarket LED pods or light bars, for example. While Ford has not specifically confirmed or denied this, I think this would be really cool if the system had extra inputs attached to it so that you could easily hook up aftermarket LED pods or light bars around the vehicle and have them work integrally with the system. I think that'd be a great selling point and would be a really nice touch on things like fleet vehicles, for example. And finally, kind of related to productivity, let's talk about trailering assist. This has obviously been a trend for a while in the industry, but it's really all about these light-duty trucks over the past couple of years, adding a lot of automated features to help the driver reverse trailers or connect to trailers. This trend is continuing in the new F-150 with the use of high-resolution cameras and powerful AI computing to help you reverse trailers more easily, especially in complex situations, or connected trailers and see what's going on behind and to the sides of the vehicle and trailer. Overall, the system seems pretty slick, but it's certainly an evolution of the previous generation. I won't say it's a drastic change or a completely new thing here, but it is still worth talking about as it is a pretty nice feature. And last but not least, let's quickly address Ford's big claim of being the most powerful in its class. Certainly the biggest highlight here in terms of engines is the new PowerBoost engine. We actually did a quick look episode on this earlier this week on Tuesday, looking at this new engine in detail and really diving into everything you need to know specifically about the PowerBoost system. So if you are interested in learning more about this PowerBoost engine, I suggest you check out that video, which is also linked up here in the corner. But the short, kind of dumbed down version of this is it's the 3.5 liter EcoBoost that we see in the previous generation, which is now paired to a light hybrid system. This comes with a 1.5 kilowatt hour battery pack and a 47 horsepower electric motor, which will bump up the power and torque of the previous generation, obviously, while also offering instantaneous torque response from an electric motor. However, most importantly is the boost efficiency. Ford is expecting that you'll be able to get about 700 miles on a single tank of gas with this engine, and you will be able to tow at least 12,000 pounds maximum towing capacity. Both those numbers are absolutely incredible for a full-size, light-duty truck like this, so I really look forward to seeing this come to the market and how this will encourage the competition to also step up their game. Overall, it appears that this generation may be setting it up to be a big leap forward in terms of usability and performance for this generation of trucks. And like I said in the previous video, I really think this PowerBoost engine is the single most exciting thing of anything on this new generation of F-150. I think this is what's going to be the big deal here. Also interesting is in the press materials, this is the only engine that Ford talks about. Certainly there will be other engine offerings such as a naturally aspirated V8 or the regular EcoBoost, but all the attention right now Ford is placing on this new PowerBoost engine. And for a good reason, I suppose. Equipping the PowerBoost engine to your F-150 will net you some other benefits as well, mainly because of the larger battery pack. Another new feature is Power Onboard, which is the F-150's ability to bring generator level of portable power to the worksite, campsite, or your everyday life. This onboard power is available as a 2 kilowatt power output or a 7.2 kilowatt power output. In either configuration, this power is available to you through the cabin outlets or through the cargo bed with a mounted 120 volt 20 amp outlets or a single 240 volt outlet if you opt for the 7.2 kilowatt. Having access to this on the cargo bed really adds to the robustness of this new F-150, allowing you to power field lights, tools, charge equipment quickly, pretty much power anything you need, whether it's recreational or for your job. And as far as I know, this is really the first time we're seeing this in a truck where it's truly at a generator level of power output, which is pretty neat if you ask me. Alright, I know we covered a lot on this new F-150 in a relatively short period of time, but believe me, there's actually a ton more we can still talk about, but these are really the most important features that you need to know to get up and running with this new generation of F-150. But if you feel like I missed something, leave a comment down below and maybe I can cover it in a future video where I can go more in depth on those specific things. But really the only thing left to talk about is pricing and release date. We can expect to see the new F-150 coming out later this year or early next year as a 2021 model. And there is no official word on pricing quite yet, which is not unexpected. But Given the changes and the fact that it's a new generation, I would expect to see a price tag increase of about $2,000 to $3,000 across the board. And just like that, you are now up to speed on the 2021 F150. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button and get subscribed to Fox Automotive for more episodes like this one. And with that being said, have a great weekend, enjoy your 4th of July, and I will see you all again on Tuesday.